Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm with Menchie Music and Northeastern Music Programs. I am going to show you the proper way to hold a cello or to get in ready playing position. So first we're going to put the cello in our hand, and I want you to take it and lay it across your knees, because first we need to get our end pin out. So this is an end pin, and you'll see it slides in and out. Some cellos you can actually pull it the whole way out. This one has a little pin inside so that if I forget to tighten it, my end pin won't fall out and I won't lose it. But some, it can fall the whole way out. So you always want to make sure that when you push it the whole way back in, you tighten it, and when you're getting it ready for playing position, we need to pull it out. Now, how far do we pull it out? That's the tricky question. So there can be some variation or variances with that. First of all, depending on what chair you're sitting on. Chairs are different heights. So if you're starting out in elementary school and aren't quite as tall as an adult size, try and find a chair that is going to keep your hips just slightly above your knee. We want our feet resting flat on the ground, and this chair is a little bit low for me, but you want your knee or your hips just slightly above your knees. And then we're going to open our knees out. The cello is going to rest in between our knees. So the left knee is going to hit the corner right here on the cello, and the right knee will hit just a little bit below that, right here. And then we're gonna hold it in place. You don't have to squeeze really tight or it'll hurt, and you'll get nice little dents in here. But nice and relaxed, but hold it so we aren't gonna lose our instrument. In lining this part of the cello up with our knees, we need to find the right length for the end pin. So how we can do that is, one, if you have, maybe your parent can help you for this if you're doing things virtually. So if you start off by holding it, and then the parent can loosen it, and you can just kind of let it fall out. And then get to where it's comfortable. We want the top of the cello to rest right on our chest here. So we form a nice triangle. And so that's pretty good, about a 45-degree angle. And so I think that's a good place for my end pin. So I'm gonna tighten it. Now that it's tight, I'm gonna double check it. And that feels pretty good. So after you find the appropriate length, one way you can check to see so you can get it at the same spot each time is you can stretch your hand out and then kind of remember how far it goes from here. So that's like one hand stretch, and then kind of stretching so my first finger, it goes right into the knuckle there. And so that way when I pull it out again, I can measure. I can do that, and then that, and put it in a little. And then I'm gonna tighten it, and then I have it nice and set up. So we also want the peg, the lowest peg here, to kind of line up with our ear, the bottom of our ear. So if we have that nice triangle position, then we're set up nicely for our instrument. So I wanted to show you the side view of how it looks when we're set up. So when I sit, I'm sitting nice and tall. You want to sit on the edge of your seat. You don't want to be back here, because otherwise then the cello can end up resting on the chair. Your knees are out here. It's very important for the cello to be sitting out in front of your knees. If your knees are like this, when you bow, you're going to end up hitting your knees, and then you won't be able to play. So we want to make sure that it's sitting out. We have a nice triangle here. Our hips ideally are just slightly above our knees, and our feet are nice and flat on the floor. and then this peg lines up with my ear here. And once you get all set up, then you're ready to go.